This weekend series is hosted by Florida Mutineers, and it will be the third online tournament this year. In this quick recap, we're going to follow the path of Atlanta FaZe in the tournament as they try to become the second team to win 2 Call of Duty League series this year. Coming off of a rare loss in the semifinals of Call of Duty League Chicago, FaZe are looking to regain in their first round matchup against Legion. Atlanta takes Azure Cave Hardpoint by a narrow margin to kick off proceedings.
There it is, the final few seconds.
The Legion managed to respond, taking St. Petrograd's Search and Destroy to a deciding round 11 before Atlanta clutches in the final moments and goes up 2-0 in the series.
He will be taken down. FaZe clutch up in
Paris manages to claw back with a tight win in Gunrunner domination.
My goodness, we still got a game on our hands here. Paris take it.
However, the European side cannot keep up on St. Petrograd Hardpoint, falling to their North American counterparts. This victory means that FaZe are yet to lose a group play match this season.
Finding those kills in Paris.
Controversy strikes early in day 2 as the match between Royal Ravens and FaZe is starting without scraps due to an unfortunate mix-up between the player and Call of Duty League admins. Despite the London players asking for a restart, the league decides that the contest has to be played on, which in the end resulted in an understandably one-sided 250 to 104 scoreline on Hackney Yard Hardpoint. The Europeans managed to get back into the series with a convincing 6-1 win on Arklov Peak Search and Destroy.
Those shots may well be the final moments here in the Search and Destroy as Jerd simply has to pick him off as he hops up.
Unfortunately for the Ravens, Atlanta's ability on respawn modes really showed as they managed to win with a close 10-point win on Hackney Yard domination and close the series 3-1 in a dominating fashion on Gunrunner Hardpoint.
Point of time, 2 seconds from the globe. Dylan finds the kills. Is it going to happen? FaZe, they get it done.
Atlanta FaZe still has plenty of work to do if they are to take another win this season. Taking on a New York team brimming with confidence after bringing in Mackenzie Matt Kelly, defeating the Subliners will not be an easy task for FaZe. Gunrunner Hardpoint sets the tone for the rest of the series as Atlanta manages to win it 250 to 222 and secure the early lead. Knowing Arklov Point isn't the best Search and Destroy map for FaZe, New York bounces back with a 6-3 win to tie up the series once again.
On you! That's an abuse!
Heading into Gunrunner domination, it's a duel between the submachine gunners on both sides which would ultimately decide the winning team. Atlanta took the map 166 to 141 to edge towards another appearance in the finals.
Gonna play it, and that was fun to watch.
Hackney Yard Hardpoint is the setting for Game 4, and thanks to the last-ditch dive onto the first Hardpoint hill by Lamar Accuracy Abedi, New York manages to take the series to a Game 5 Search and Destroy showdown on Gunrunner.
Can to hold, they only need a couple more seconds, but FaZe comes storming in. Did FaZe get it done? They can't break!
Atlanta quickly assert their authority on the map, trading effectively and reading every New York move like a book, to ultimately win the map 6-3, booking their place in the finals.
Open, but FaZe was ready for the rotation. There is the trade.
The grand final kicks off on Azure Cave Hardpoint, a map on which Simp set the Hardpoint kill record the last 2 times FaZe has played on it. Things got a bit nerve-wracking at the end as FaZe make a massive comeback to put the pressure on, but cool and composed, Optic are able to handle him and the rest of his Atlanta teammates and take the 1-0 series lead.
Against all odds, Ben has sealed the deal.
One of the most entertaining games of Search and Destroy of this weekend, and maybe of the whole season, came on Arklov Peak in Map 2 of the Grand Final. The back-and-forth nail-biter started with a clutch 1v2 from Slasher to force round 11. A perfect example at the high level he played at for most of the Call of Duty League Florida. However, his FaZe counterpart Celium said, "What you can do, I can do better," and pulled off his own 1v2 with a bomb defuse to boot, winning the map 6-5 and tying the series up at 1 game apiece.
Players tagged, and Celium gets the pick! Celium, a huge clutch from him!
Things calmed down and stuck to the script more in the Hackney Yard domination, as Atlanta showed just why that's one of their favorite map mode combinations with a convincing 170 to 149 victory, which gave them an all-important 2-1 lead in the series.
Home series final with a 1
This one-sided result, combined with the wild Search and Destroy win, handed FaZe all the momentum going into St. Petrograd Hardpoint, another one of those map mode combinations that they rarely ever lose. St. Petro Hardpoint ends up being the final game of Call of Duty League Florida Grand Final as Atlanta flexed their respawn prowess to clutch the 250 to 232 win. Optic did make it interesting toward the end, however, expertly holding off FaZe in the final hills, but their last rotation ends up being just a bit too early, giving their opponents a chance to sneak the final 2 seconds they needed for the victory.
Steals the game from Optic Music, who were thinking we gotta rotate.
Atlanta FaZe are the champions of the Florida Mutineers home series and find themselves on the top of the rankings thus far. The Call of Duty League heads to Seattle on the 22nd of May. Make sure to head to Competition Center to stay up to date.